Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel in a new series we're going to call Jazz Drummer Teaches You How To. Today we're going to be going over Bleed by Meshuggah. So I've been learning this tune for about the last month or so now, and I've gotten through a couple of the sections, and as I went through the sections, I came up with a couple of interesting exercises, and I thought to myself, there's probably some people out there that these could benefit. So I'm going to show you those today. These are challenging patterns on their own, but they're going to lead you incrementally into being able to play the more challenging patterns that are and that make up the song Bleed by Meshuggah. So stay tuned for that, and thank you for coming. All right, hey, so Bleed is a very challenging song, even if you're just looking at the first two patterns, which we're going to be doing today. Yeah, they are technically challenging, they are coordinationally challenging, they're physically challenging, and then there's also a subtle detail that goes into playing this when you incorporate all the ghost note stuff that Thomas does over top of it all. So today what we're going to do is we're going to go over 4 different things, and I'm going to try and do it as succinctly as possible and as fast as I can so this video doesn't get boring. Hence me speaking faster and trying to get through this section very quickly. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at a ostinato ghost note sequence with downbeat accents. That is a very long name. I might shorten it, but yeah, here it is. We're also going to look at left foot and right foot lead over top of that, because you're going to need to be able to play that in order to play this tune with any kind of fluidity at all. And then we're going to look at switching back and forth between the left and right foot lead over to top of the ghost note sequence, the ostinato, with the downbeat accents, switching between that left and right foot with a double note single. And I'll explain what all this means as I get to each one of these individual sections. And then finally, we're going to go over the first 2 patterns of Bleed, which incorporate groups of 3 double note singles grouped in 3, and then double note singles grouped in 5. So so ostinato ghost note sequence, left and right foot lead over top of it, and then switching with double note singles, and then the groups of 3 and 5. Stay tuned. All right, so here we go. The very first thing that you want to learn before you learn anything in this tune is how to play double bass. But I'm assuming that you've got that together already, okay? Because if you don't have that together, then don't learn this tune first. This is not the first tune that you should learn on double bass. So learn some other songs, Laid to Rest is a really good song by Lamb of God. That's one that I learned a long time ago. Very good for getting double bass together. It's triplets and stuff. Pretty cool patterns. Let's talk about the ghost note sequence, the ostinato, with downbeat accents. So here's what that looks like. And you have to practice this a fair amount in order to get it. So we're playing basically a single stroke roll between we're going to use the ride and the snare. So basically a single stroke roll. Stop on the E of 2, take out the of 2, play 3 in unison, and then play the E of 3 right after it, and go back into your single stroke roll. So that would look like this. Then what you want to do is you want to play downbeat accents over top of that. I mean, you want to practice this a bunch. Here's what it looks like. Cool. On to the next step. We're going to keep this flow and we're going to keep it going nice and smooth. All right. The next thing that you want to be able to do is you want to be able to play that over top of right foot led 16th note double bass or left foot led 16th note double bass. This will all make sense as we continue to go. Very important that you practice these things. All right, so then the next thing would be right foot lead, single stroke roll, 16th notes with the double bass over top of the ostinato. Same thing, left foot lead. Much harder for that one. Here's a bonus tip. Practice playing single stroke roll just on the snare with right foot lead and single stroke roll on the snare with left foot lead. It's very awkward to do at first, at least it was for me. Very hard to play left foot lead single stroke roll while playing a right hand lead single stroke roll. Tricky, yeah. So try that. That's going to help a lot with learning how to play this. All right, cool. Moving on to the next step, the third step. This is going to be switching the right foot lead and the left foot lead single stroke roll using a double note single. And this is one of the things that Thomas uses all throughout this song, double note singles. That's right, left, right, left, right, left, right, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, or left, right, left, right, left, right, left. And he uses that a lot in very interesting ways, but it's always right foot led double note singles. So here's an exercise that I came up with where we're not getting into the bleed pattern, but we're playing a double note single on the downbeat and then a double note single on the and a 4, I think it is, to switch us back. The double note single on the downbeat leads us into left foot lead for the first 4 beats, and then the double note single on the and a 4 leads us back into right foot lead. So that pattern looks like this. Cool. Last step. This is kind of broken into 2 parts. So we've got groups of 3 and groups of 5. This part, there's a trick that I use to learn it, but a lot of it is going to be grinding. You have to practice it a lot. You've got to try very hard. The group of 3, the double note singles grouped in 3, takes 3 bars to resolve. So that means there's 3 completely different bars that you'll need to play and you'll need to be able to flow through and then find your way back to the 1. The groups of 5 is even harder. It resolves in 5 bars. So that means that there's 5 completely unique bars before this resolves back to the 1. So the first thing that I practiced when I was learning this is how to play the groups of 3 in 3/4. Of course, right? Put the snare on 3 still where it usually would go, but then I don't play beat 4. I just start it back over on the 1. So it's going to go in groups of 3. Top. 1, 2, 3. All right, here's what it sounds like. And here's what it looks like. Cool. All right. So let's move into the 5 now. So the 5, exactly the same thing. I'm going to play 5 beats, and then I'm just going to start it back again on the 1. So we're going to keep the snare on the 3 still as well. So here's what that sounds like. Remember, all the while you're playing this, you're playing the ghost note sequence over top of it. I guess that's kind of obvious. Now we get to the hard part. You've got to be able to cycle these things. And like I said before, there's no quick way to doing this. There's only practicing it and grinding away. Remember, 3 whole bars before it resolves. So here's what that part sounds like. Counting really helps. It helps me, especially when I'm playing it without the music right now. All I'm doing is I'm just trying to keep track of my 3 so I know where my snare goes against the pattern. Really, really helps to count, but it also adds another layer of complexity and challenge to learning how to play this. Finally, the group of 5, which takes 5 bars to resolve. So here we go. I'm going to do that again. I'm going to count while I play it. Here's what it sounds like. I also like to read it while I do it. That helps a lot. Cool. All right. So good luck. Here's a quick look at what it all sounds like with the music, both parts. I'm not going to do too much because I don't want to get copyright striked, but yeah, 2 demos of both those sections. Thanks for tuning in. Like and subscribe. If you want more content like this, drop a comment down below if there's things that you want me to check out and try and help you learn how to play. But for now, we're going to be on Bleed for at least another 3, maybe 4 more episodes. Thanks for tuning in. Take care. Bye-bye.